Superhero costumes may look cool, but many aren't efficient for the wearer. So in this video, I am going to improve some costumes, specifically for the Justice League. First, Superman, whose costume is about a 7 out of 10. The material, according to Wiki Fandom, is usually of Kryptonian origin, making it extremely durable under the yellow sun. The cape, though, is stupid. It's a hazard to wear one during fights, as it can get stuck on something, be pulled by an attacker. It can also be wrapped around the wearer's head, blinding them and even suffocating them. However, we're talking about Superman, so he can overcompensate with his powers for this hazard. So unless you got kryptonite on you, your hand is the one that's coming off, not the cape. However, when he does face someone like Doomsday, or when he is weakened, this can be a real issue. So to fix this, we completely remove the cape from his costume. The other issue is that his costume exposes his hands and face, and to a degree is made of Kryptonian material, which can also be a weakness in itself. Two of his biggest weaknesses are kryptonite and red sun exposure, both of which emit a type of radiation. So exposure may weaken his suit and will definitely weaken him, with the green rock causing physical pain, debilitation, weakening of abilities, and possible death from long exposure. The red sun radiation doesn't cause any pain, but it does turn him into a human, essentially, which is bad if he's fighting against a high-level monster or supervillain. So to protect against both of these weaknesses, I would say he should modify his suit to have his entire body covered and built more like a hazmat suit. By the way, this does exist, as in the DC animated universe, Superman does wear an anti-kryptonite suit, which looks like a hazmat suit. It is made of a flexible titanium-lead alloy, so it allows it to be durable enough to withstand Superman's activities during the day, but strong enough to stop the kryptonite radiation. Second is Wonder Woman, whose costume is a 6 out of 10. This is because she rocks a magic bathing suit with knee-high boots, gauntlets, and a tiara. While she is a metahuman, or more specifically, a demigod, and the suit is magical, it leaves a lot of skin exposed, which is a risk as she is not as durable as Superman. It could be because of her gauntlets, which seem to suppress some of her powers, so she can control them better, or it could be an inconsistency between the different versions of Wonder Woman. In this case, she could be injured by bullets, ranging from minor to mild injuries, most likely dependent on the type of gun and caliber. This could mean that any projectile stronger than a gun, which does exist in the DC universe, would have a serious impact, and even those small cuts may be a risk if she starts bleeding out too much, and or an entrance for a chemical that could debilitate her, like poison, which could be dangerous in an extremely life or death situation. The armor worn by the Flashpoint Wonder Woman is probably the best option, minus the cape, as it fully covers the body, except the face, which I believe an airtight helmet could be beneficial to avoid breathing in poisons or poisons going through the skin, eye gouging, or hallucinogenic gas like the ones used by Scarecrow. Number 3 is Batman, which is a 5 out of 10. Now you know I'm a big fan of the character if you've seen any of my videos on him, but there are some serious issues with his suit. Number 1 is the cape, which is a bigger deal for Batman, who is arguably human, though in my opinion, a low-level metahuman. The issue is that Batman actually uses his cape to fight crime. The cape allows him to glide, it's bulletproof to a degree and fire resistant, and allows him to blend into the darkness. So if he really needs to keep it, then it should be retractable and only used when needed. However, in my opinion, it's better to get rid of it completely, like in the Beyond suit from Batman Beyond. The other issue is his cowl, as it literally exposes his face, specifically his chin, to all his enemies, which is dumb as hell, as he could get his chin broken in, he can get a concussion, he can get poisoned, he can get shot in the face, So the better option is to wear a helmet like the Red Hood, or to combine both solutions is to wear the Batwing suit. Fourth is the Flash, whose suit is a 9 out of 10. This is because it does its job by being durable enough to withstand the extreme heat caused by the friction of his running. Most of the defensive capabilities needed by a superhero are facilitated by his abilities themselves. The only real issue is that the mouth and the eyes are not covered, which can create a problem if someone decides to poison him. For example, while it would be impossible to inject him while running, chemicals through inhalation or permeation of the chemicals through the skin. It may be also beneficial to add in a cold resistant feature, as Batman has theorized that if introducing extreme cold temperatures to the Flash may slow down his extremely rapid metabolism, leaving him without his super speed. Fifth is the Green Lantern, which I gotta say is the closest thing to a 10 out of 10, as his suit is made by the Ring, which is one of the most powerful objects in the world. The Green Lantern's ring is extremely versatile, allowing the wearer to fly, construct creations, make a force field, superhuman strength, and so much more. This means the Green Lantern is protected from most attacks, and the only improvement that I could see are putting a lantern battery inside the ring to have a constant source of power so there is no need for recharging. The other issue, which is mental instability caused either by drugs or psychological issues, can't really be fixed by the ring itself. Sixth is the Martian Manhunter, which really has no rating because he does have a suit, at least according to the Arrowverse, which is an organic compound, and it's as durable as the Martian Manhunter. But I see in the Justice League animated show that he just transforms from a Green Martian into a slightly less Green Martian with a cape. So I'm unsure of what exactly the suit does besides providing imagery or marketing capabilities. But what he does need is a suit that is completely fireproof, as his weakness is fire. Batman in the animated series does have his own fireproof suit, so it does exist to some degree. Of course, it would have to be heavily modified to allow him to shapeshift. However, he also has a fear of fire, which the suit can't really fix, unless it's a short-term burst of some sort of chemical, like benzodiazepine, SNRIs, SSRIs, or whatever anxiety medication that would be effective on Martian DNA. But the long-term cure would be different types of therapy and addressing the problem at hand. Finally, number 7, which is Aquaman, which is a 7 out of 10. The armor he wears, at least in the DCEU, is of Atlan, and is able to take on plasma carbines, which are standard weapons for advanced technological societies, and could take on Steppenwolf's Electro Axe, so it has a high durability. It isn't perfect though, as it doesn't protect against Aquaman's weaknesses. One is dehydration, as he is an Atlantean, so it can be a very serious problem. A modification that adds a dehumidifier to remove excess water would be extremely useful. The mod would be customized to be waterproof on normal occasions, distribute the water when it senses signs of dehydration, and should be as durable as his suit. A helmet could also be beneficial, as an exposure of fear toxin, like from Scarecrow, specifically created to cause hydrophobia, may essentially kill him. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe.